Learn English naturally, just by watching.
Let's improve your English together, one real-life video at a time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English with me. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jacob. How's it going, everyone?
So, Jacob, today we're talking about something that's, well, pretty common these days, but also kind of controversial.
Ooh, controversial. I like it. What are we discussing?
Online dating. You know, dating apps, meeting people on the internet, all of that.
Ah, yes. Swipe left, swipe right. This is going to be interesting because I know we have very different opinions about this.
We really do. I'm a bit skeptical about the whole thing, to be honest. But Jacob here, he's a fan.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan exactly, but I'm definitely more optimistic about it than you are. I think it can work really well for some people.
All right, well, let's dive in and share our thoughts. And listeners, if you've ever tried online dating or thought about it, this episode is for you.
Yeah, we'll talk about the good parts, the bad parts, and everything in between. So stay with us.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Jacob, have you actually used dating apps before?
I have, yeah. A few years ago, I tried a couple of them. You know, Tinder, Bumble, those kinds of apps.
And how was it?
Honestly, it was interesting. I met some nice people. I went on a few dates. Some were good, some were, let's just say, not my type.
That's a polite way to put it.
Hey, I'm being diplomatic here. But seriously, I think the apps helped me meet people I wouldn't normally meet in my everyday life. That's the big advantage, right? You expand your options.
I guess that makes sense. But for me, the whole thing just feels, I don't know, artificial?
Artificial? What do you mean?
Like you're judging someone based on a few photos and a short bio. That's not how real attraction works, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but isn't that kind of like meeting someone at a party? You see them, you think they're attractive, you start talking. It's the same first step, just online.
I guess, but at a party, you get the vibe immediately. You know, body language, voice, energy. With an app, you're just looking at a screen.
That's true, but you do eventually meet in person if there's a connection, right? The app is just the introduction.
Fair point, but let me ask you this. How many times did you match with someone, chat a bit, and then nothing happened?
Oh, many times. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. You match, you talk for a day or two, and then the conversation just dies.
Exactly, that's what I mean. It feels like people aren't really serious about it.
Some people aren't, that's for sure, but some people are. I think it depends on what you're looking for and how much effort you put in.
Okay, let's talk about the process itself. So you download the app, you create a profile. What's that like?
Well, first you have to choose your best photos. And let me tell you, that's harder than it sounds.
Really?
Yeah, you want photos that make you look good, but also natural. Not too many selfies, not too many group photos. It's a whole strategy.
A strategy? See, this is what I don't like. It's all so calculated. It's not spontaneous at all.
I mean, you're putting yourself out there, so you want to look your best. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, I guess. But then you also have to write a bio, right? Like describe yourself in a few sentences?
Yep, that's the tricky part. You want to sound interesting, but not weird. Funny, but not trying too hard.
Ugh, that sounds exhausting.
It can be, but it's also kind of fun. You think about what makes you unique and try to show that.
And then what? You start swiping?
Exactly. You look at people's profiles, and if you like what you see, you swipe right. If not, you swipe left.
So, it's basically like shopping for people.
Olivia, that's harsh.
But it's true, isn't it? You're scrolling through people like they're products.
I mean, okay, maybe a little, but it's efficient. You can see a lot of people quickly and decide if you might be interested.
Efficient, sure, but doesn't it feel a bit shallow?
Sometimes, yeah. But look, in real life, you also make quick judgments about people when you first see them. We all do it. The app just makes it more obvious.
All right, let's say you match with someone. Then what?
Then you start chatting, usually through the app's messaging feature.
And what do you talk about?
Anything really. Hobbies, work, travel, movies. You try to find common interests.
But isn't it awkward? Like you're talking to a stranger you've never met?
It can be awkward at first, yeah, but if the conversation flows well, it feels pretty natural.
And then you decide to meet up?
If things are going well, yeah. Usually people suggest meeting for coffee or drinks, something casual.
Okay, here's my question. How often do people actually show up?
Most of the time. But yeah, ghosting is a thing. Sometimes people cancel last minute or just stop responding.
See, that's what I don't understand. Why match with someone if you're not actually interested?
I don't know. Some people just like the attention, I guess, or they get nervous and change their mind.
That's so frustrating.
It is. But when you do meet someone cool, it's worth it.
Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons. What do you think are the main benefits of online dating?
Well, like I said earlier, you can meet people outside your usual circle. That's huge. If you work from home or have a small social group, apps can really help.
That's true. What else?
You can be clear about what you're looking for. Some apps let you filter by interests, values, or what kind of relationship you want. That saves time.
Okay, but what about the downsides?
Oh, there are definitely downsides. For one, it can be overwhelming. There are so many people, and it's easy to feel like you're always looking for someone better.
Yeah, I've heard about that. It's called paradox of choice, right? When you have too many options, you can't make a decision.
Exactly. You might pass on someone great because you think there's someone even better just one swipe away.
That sounds exhausting.
It can be. And also, not everyone is honest on their profile. People use old photos or exaggerate their interests.
Ugh, that's annoying.
Yeah, and then you meet them in person and realize they're not quite what you expected.
See, this is why I prefer meeting people in real life. You know exactly who they are from the start.
But Olivia, meeting people in real life has challenges too, right?
Okay, fine. Let's talk about that. What do you think are the benefits of meeting someone in real life, the traditional way?
Well, you get the full picture immediately. You see how they talk, how they carry themselves, their sense of humor, all of that.
Exactly. And there's something more romantic about it, don't you think? Like you meet by chance, maybe at a bookstore or a café.
You're such a romantic.
I am. I think real-life meetings are more genuine. There's no swiping, no pressure to impress someone through a screen.
But here's the thing. How often does that actually happen? I mean, how many times have you randomly met someone and started dating?
Well, not often, I'll admit, but when it does happen, it feels special.
Sure, but you might be waiting a long time for that special moment. With apps, you're actively looking. You're not just hoping to bump into someone.
Okay, that's fair. But what about meeting people through friends? That's another way, right?
Absolutely. That's actually one of the best ways because your friend can kind of vouch for the person. You have some background information already.
Exactly. It's safer and less random.
True, but again, it depends on your social circle. If your friends don't know many single people, that option is limited.
All right, let's talk about something specific. First dates. Do you think first dates from apps are different from traditional first dates?
That's a good question. I think they can be, yeah.
How so?
Well, with an app date, you've already been chatting for a while, so you kind of know the person a little bit. With a traditional date, you might be starting from zero.
But isn't that also a downside? Like, you've built up this image of the person through messages, and then you meet them and they're different.
That can happen, yeah. That's why I always tried to meet people pretty quickly, like within a week of matching. That way you don't build up too many expectations.
Smart. What about the vibe of the date itself?
I think it's pretty similar, honestly. You're still nervous, still trying to make a good impression, still figuring out if there's chemistry.
Chemistry, that's the key word. I feel like chemistry is harder to predict with online dating.
Maybe, but you also go on dates with people you might not have noticed in real life, and sometimes you're surprised by the chemistry.
Fair enough. Okay, here is a question I'm curious about. Do you think online dating is changing the way people approach relationships?
Oh, definitely. I think it's made dating more accessible, but also more disposable.
Disposable. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, like people are quicker to move on if something isn't perfect. They know there are plenty of other options out there.
That's sad, though. Relationships take work. You can't just swipe to the next person when things get hard.
I agree with you there, but I also think apps are just tools. It's up to the person to use them wisely.
True. So what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about trying online dating?
I'd say be honest in your profile, don't take it too seriously, and meet people in person sooner rather than later. Oh, and be patient. It takes time to find the right match.
And I'd say remember that apps are just one option. Don't rely on them completely. Keep meeting people in real life, too.
That's good advice. Balance is key.
All right, let's wrap up the main conversation. Jacob, final thoughts on online dating?
I think it's a great option for a lot of people, especially if you're busy or have a small social circle. But like anything, it has pros and cons. You have to go in with realistic expectations.
And I still think real-life connections are more meaningful, but I can see how apps can be useful for some people. I'm just a skeptic.
And that's totally fair.
Okay, let's do a quick recap of what we talked about.
All right, so today we discussed online dating. We talked about how apps work, creating a profile, swiping, matching, and chatting.
We also covered the pros and cons. Pros include meeting new people outside your circle and being clear about what you want. Cons include feeling overwhelmed by choices and dealing with dishonest profiles.
Exactly. So we compared online dating to meeting people in real life, and we agreed that both have their benefits and challenges.
And we talked about how online dating might be changing the way people approach relationships, making things more accessible but also more disposable.
Exactly. So yeah, lots to think about.
Well, that's all for today's episode. Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
We hope you enjoyed the conversation, and hey, if you've tried online dating or have any thoughts about it, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, leave a comment, send us a message, or share your story. We love hearing from our listeners.
And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to English with Me so you don't miss our next episode.
Next time, we're going to talk about, well, you'll have to wait and see. It's going to be fun.
Ooh, mysterious. All right, everyone, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.